y'all, today I am going to be pruning back my Hypericum berries, or also known as St. John's wort, and my Limelight hydrangeas. So I'm excited to show you guys that process. As always, drop me a comment, tell me what you're up to, what's going on in your area, what's going on in your garden. Okay, over here I have two varieties of St. John's wort or Hypericum berries. Let me get in here so we can actually look at what they're called. This one is, where are you? Floral Berries, St. John's wort, Chardonnay. So it actually has yellow, kind of whitish berries. This is a whole bunch of compost we tossed back here. And then this one right here is called Floral Berry Pinot, St. John's wort. And I really enjoyed both of them last year. I thought they were very easy to work with. They have started sprouting. So what I'm going to be doing is cutting this back by about 2/3. I'm going to be cutting above green blooms that are coming out, or green leaves that are coming out. But St. John's wort or Hypericum berry can get real out of control real quick. And I don't want these to be seriously massive over here. So by trimming them back and making sure I'm paying attention to them each season, that will help a lot. So let me show you guys how far I'm going to trim these back. So I've cut it down significantly. You can see I cut just above sets of green leaves. I removed any branches that I thought were like kind of crossing each other too much, and really just kind of cleaned the whole plant up. Removed about 2/3. There's the removal portion right there. This will just give it a nice fresh start. Spread out the compost around it. These do have emitters, drip emitters that go to them, so that during the hot summer they get good watering, because this does end up being full sun. So let's go ahead and do the Chardonnay one over here. have the Chardonnay trimmed up as well. You can see they're both about the same size. I didn't have to trim off as much of the Chardonnay. It gets a little more shade than this one does, than the one on the right one does. So I didn't feel like it has much growth, but anyway, I think they both look really good, cleaned up, ready to go. Still need to spend some time spreading out the rest of that compost to fertilize that whole area. I intend on putting shrubs between all of these containers down this whole retaining wall. We get a lot of my neighbor's water. It all builds up behind this retaining wall, and this soil is wet a lot, and it's also clay. So I mean, you can literally hear it. It's all clay, so it holds onto all this water here. So we definitely do have quite the project over time, but it's not that bad. It's fine. I'm very lucky to have this space. So we've dealt with a lot of other water issues that have all been fixed at this point. This is the last one. It's taken us 4 years to fix all the other drainage issues in the yard. But let's go up front and get to work on the Limelight Hydrangeas. Okay, now we're in the front yard, and I do have 2 Limelight Hydrangeas that have just been glorious the last couple of years. And they are starting to get, you can see them, I'm sorry, it won't focus. You can see them, they're starting to get their little, there we go. They're starting to get their green leaves coming through. So basically I'm going to be cleaning out the inside of these hydrangeas. I'm going to cut back any weak limbs, thin limbs. I'm also going to cut out this major limb that's kind of going low and towards the right. Clean that up as well. You want to make sure that you research what type of hydrangea you have. This is a Limelight hydrangea, so it blooms off a new wood each year, but do your research, make sure you figure out when your hydrangea blooms, because if it blooms off of old wood and you go out and you prune back all that old wood, you most likely will not get blooms that year. Anytime you're pruning, you want to prune above a bud node. Okay, so you can see right here, right there, there's a node where the leaves are coming out. So you would want to prune where my thumb is. You wouldn't want to prune such as this right here. You wouldn't want to prune on the other side of it, because you're going to lose any kind of leaf out right there. So I am going to prune these back by about 50%, clean them out. It's going to look rough and going to look sad when I'm trimming them back, but I promise you it's the best thing for them, and they will bloom beautifully this summer. Okay, I got them all pruned back. They felt like in really good shape. I took a lot off. I guess it doesn't look as much like over here, but I did take quite a few larger branches out, really cleaned it up. And then I fertilized at the base of each of them with plant tone. I didn't fertilize the St. John's wort in the back because we had already applied a bunch of compost around the base of it, so it is probably good to go. But these hydrangeas, they definitely need a boost of fertilizer at the beginning of the season. Okay, shockingly, it's so hot. I'm sweating, I'm out of breath. Already, yay, go gardening. Okay, so I hope you guys got a little bit of information over about caring for the Hypericum Berries / St. John's wort and caring for these Limelight hydrangeas. I do have 2 other varieties of hydrangeas that I grow, and I will be doing a separate video on how I prune them at a later point because they are new to me. They planted them in the fall, and so they'll be new to me this spring, so I'm just now learning about them. I don't want to prune them too heavy until I confirm how they are going to be blooming and how they do in their current locations. All right, you guys, drop me a comment if you have any questions. And as always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.